Alright, bro. I'm going to teach you how to become a young man. I hope that you enjoyed that intro. I put a lot of work into it. Maybe if you didn't like it, well, you still watched it. If you did, bro, thanks, brother. I'm going to teach you how to become a man. A genuine young man. See, look, we all have this version in our heads on what a man is. For me, for the longest time, what a man was truly something that I wasn't. I used to think that because, well, I'm like 5'8", 5'9", right? I still am Indian, but I was very insecure about being Indian back in the day. I thought that I was never destined to become a man. My life has always been different to yours though, bro. And I've always put that into my videos. I grew up very different. And before we speak about the 10 steps on how to really start to breathe your masculine essence inside you, how to become a man that's about it, I want you to understand, and this is in my own opinion that I believe this, right? But I believe that I'm right. I want you to understand, and it's the harsh truth of this world, is that hard times, this is what will create you into a man that is truly about it. And I want you to look at any of your hard times that you've been through and look at them as assets. Because true masculinity is built on overcoming adversity, hard times, things that truly crush you, but you rise up stronger. That's what a man to me is someone that continuously overcomes or has overcome something that's been put in front of him by your own admission, by your own choice, or maybe it wasn't even in your control. But see, for me, right, I can tell you that now being 26 years old, everything that I went through growing up poor, in the ghetto, my father being an alcoholic, leaving my family, me becoming a drug addict, me going through hell when it comes to my family, my two older brothers. I wish you could understand, and I'm writing a book, you will see some of the dark stories and hard times that I went through. And it's hard times that will shape you into becoming a man. Now, I know what you're probably saying. Well, not everyone becomes a hard man because they've gone through hard times. That's true. But you're here watching this video so you can, like I said, turn your hard times into assets. I've been through chaos, hell and back, and they're my stories. It's the reason why I'm so respected amongst myself, amongst other people, is because I have got war stories of my life, hard times that have built me into the men that you're taking advice from right now. So understand, again, hard times means everything. And whilst you're going through a difficult period, you might not look at it as an asset. You probably won't. You're probably going to think some other thoughts. You're thinking, why is this happening to me? Why? But as you get older, as you become a man that's more about it, this right here is your bread and butter to becoming a man. A hard time. So we're going to speak about it now because I've got 10 things on how to genuinely improve your masculinity, become a genuine man. Because I'll say this, there's another reason why we aren't becoming men. The honest truth, right, is that this world has become easy. And get this, we're all programmed, either because we aren't brought up with fathers, our fathers leave, or our fathers aren't necessarily taught how to become men, so they don't pass the lessons on to us. But we've been brought up in a world that's become immensely easy that pretty much skews you away from hard times. So when I said this to you before, right, hard times is what makes you into a man. You're probably thinking, well, why hard times? I don't want to go through any hard times. But this world has made it so that you don't have to go through hard times. If you're not feeling okay, that's alright, bro. Sit at home, watch your YouTube, play your games, good on ya. If you're feeling upset, eat your fast food, watch some porn, and you'll be sweet. That's the world that we're now living in. We literally run into our bedrooms. We literally avoid any hard time, any conflict. And that's why we are in a generation right now that has been labeled the weakest. Because we aren't going through hard times. We aren't going through shit that makes us men. So understand, there's a reason why you are the way that you are. You don't feel very masculine. Might because of the hard times. But it's more or less likely because if you haven't gone through those hard times, it's because you've been brought up in a world that's immensely easy, comfortable. And that's not where men are forged. So, okay. We've gone on a little tangent. None of this was planned. But now let's talk about the 10 things that will build you into a masculine man. Now, get this. We all have an idea of who we want to become in our minds, right? And it's subjective. My type of masculinity and someone else's type of masculinity might be a little bit different. But there is a clear fundamental rubric of what it means to be a man, a masculine man. And this is what we're going to speak about. So here we are. This is you right now. The most important thing to become masculine, to become a genuine man, it's this. It's self-discipline And get this, self-discipline to me, right, is one of the, if not most important things to becoming a man. Because we're living in a time right now where you don't know what discipline is. We're so distracted. We're so weak that, our friends call us up, boom. You drop your goals, drop your dreams, game over, you go drink some beers with the boys, or you go play your games, whatever. You get a girlfriend. Your dreams go out the window. What you said you're gonna do gets put to the back seat and you go hang out with your girl. I'm not saying that you can't have friends. I'm not saying that you cannot have girlfriends. I'm not saying that you can't even have time to relax. But we're growing up in a time now where you're not disciplined. And I wasn't disciplined for a very long time. So really sit with this and understand that discipline is the utmost, most important thing to becoming a man. Because if you want to become a man, you have to go put yourself out there. You got to go do things. You got to focus on yourself. And you know what that takes? It takes a man that's disciplined to go get what he wants, to do the things that he's supposed to do. So if you want to become disciplined, I'm not going to beat around the bush and tell you 5 ways to become disciplined. I'm going to tell you the utmost truth. Do what you're supposed to do, regardless of how you feel. You wake up not feeling it one day, still go do what you got to do. You wake up feeling a little bit frustrated, life comes, life happens, do what you're supposed to do. Get it done. And that's how you start to build discipline. And I'll say this to you. Discipline isn't built on the days that you feel like doing it. Nah. The only time that you're truly going to build discipline inside yourself is when you start to do things exactly what I said, when you don't feel like it. So when you feel like, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling good, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do my work, I'm going to control myself, I'm going to do all these things, right? You're not building up discipline. It's only forged, it's only built on those exact days where you feel like, I'm going to take a rest, I'm not going to do it. That's where discipline is built, when you do the things that you're supposed to do on those days. So discipline is huge. If you're a man without discipline, you're a man that's trapped to himself, to this world. You need discipline. Go out, go get it, do what you're supposed to do. With this, another thing to me is emotional control. And no one has this either, right? Emotional control. We live in a hard world. I am living evidence of living in a tough time. My whole life for 20 years, I lived in the ghetto. Clear ghetto. Like a ghetto where you would be scared to walk in, where you think people are doing crime and drugs and fights and all that, police, shootings. Bro, that's where I came from my whole life. We lived there. I lived there. I'm 26 now, so it's only 6 years ago, and I just turned 26. Just 5 years ago, I was still living in there. Emotional control is what will truly predicate you to become a man. Because I'll say this, it's a man that cannot control his emotions that's dangerous to society. It's a man that cannot control his emotion that becomes a slave to his desires, to his urges, to instant gratification, to things that are easy and comfortable, right? You've got to start walking through this world not giving any bearing, and it kind of touches onto self-discipline, what we spoke about. You cannot care how you feel, what this world might throw at you. You got to stand your ground within yourself, hold your emotions, and keep moving forward. We all right now, right? Something happens, boom, you're in your bed for a week. Something happens, you start crying, you let your emotions get the better of you, you need a mental health day, you need all these things, right? You have to keep going, and you got to keep your composure, keep cool. I'll say this, right? And this is a very important thing, is success, and get this, right? Success and stress. These two things are literally linked. You want to become a man, you want to become successful, you are going to encounter so much more stress, but that's a direct correlation that you are going to become successful. So get this, if you do not have emotional control, when things start hitting the fan, right? When things start becoming stressful and bro, life gets hard. I'll tell you what, you can kiss success goodbye, because it's going to get hard, it's going to get tough. You're going to have all these things going on, all these moving parts, causes stress. And if you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your thoughts, what you do when you get stressed, game over, kiss it all goodbye. There's a healthy way to really start to dial in on your emotional control. Go to the gym, learn to fight. And this leads me to my third point, right? Which is your physicality as a man, right? Your physicality, your body means everything. You got to understand. You want to feel like a man, go get a body of a man. If you're fat, overweight, if you're lazy, unproductive, if you're not a man that literally looks like a man, right? Through your body, I hate to say this to you, you will not be judged as a man. Unless you're like this 7-foot guy with a big beard or whatever, right? You know, you might get stereotyped as, oh yeah, look at that guy, look at that man. It's not even, right? Your physicality is everything. It's a testament to yourself that you're about it, but it's also a testament to the world that you're a man. Because you know what your physicality says to this world? First of all, it says to females that you're someone that's consistent, you're someone that delays gratification, you're someone that pushes yourself, you're someone that just shows up. You'll get that women will see you as someone that they want to be with, but you will have self-respect, self-worth for yourself, and you're ultimately going to feel better. Your physicality means everything. And I will say this directly to you. If you're a man that's not trying to improve his body, if you're fat, overweight, I don't respect you. If you are moving forward to build yourself up, you're learning how to fight alongside build up your body, I respect you a lot. Because I'll say this to you, the body I have today, right? The best body I've ever had in my life, completely natural. I worked hard for this. So when I see another man that's got the same body as me, better even, I'm like, I respect that guy because I know what it takes. Your physicality means everything. So that's the third thing, right? So we got 1, we got 2, we've got 3. Let's go point 4, right? Get this now. Mental toughness. Now, this is something that has a lot of controversy behind it. Because some people are just more tougher than others. I'm more tougher than you because of all the shit that I went through growing up. I will look at something that scares you and think, I'm going to go try that. I'm going to try to do that. And a lot of the time, right, I will say to myself, if I'm scared to do it, that's the reason why I have to go do something now, right? If I tell you the truth. But mental toughness as a whole is what will build you into a man. I'll say this to you right now. And it's really simple to look at this. Anything that you fear, right? Let's say that you've got fear here. Get this. This has to be you. Run towards it. Because it's in this journey right here, right? Understand this. It's in this journey that you run towards fear. And then you pretty much conquer fear, right? Fear's gone. That's where you forge your character. That's where you build up mental toughness. That's how you become resilient. That's how you overcome adversity. When you start to run towards things that you're truly scared of, booms. You have built up mental toughness inside you. If you go do hard things, if you do things, like I said, that scare you, that you've got so much fear attached to it, and you run towards it, you've just leveled up in your mental toughness. And mental toughness will take you so fucking far in this world. If you do not have mental fortitude, mental toughness inside you, bro, it's game over. You'll be a little bug in your room, you'll be a worm, really wishing that you were someone else, but you just didn't have the balls to run towards the things that scared you, but you knew that you should have done, but you couldn't do it because you weren't a man. That's about it. So start looking at mental toughness as, well, what am I scared of? Maybe you're scared of film videos. Maybe you're scared to go approach that girl. Maybe you're scared of whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. Run towards it, go conquer it, and you'll build up mental toughness, and you need it for this world that we live in. The fifth thing, right? So get that. We need mental toughness. Understand now, the fifth thing, all these points are very important into becoming a man. The fifth thing is responsibility. And this is what none of us young men are really starting to take upon ourselves, but you must. Responsibility as a whole, for me, came easy. I was growing up in a place where we were so poor. We didn't have food, dinner. It was a very hard place that I grew up. But you know what that made me, right? Because my mum worked all the time. I was young. My family members, my brothers were going through hell and back with what they were going through. I had to take responsibility for my life when I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. I'm 26 now. For 20 years, right? Of course my mum helped. My mum paid the bills and stuff when I was young. Fed me the best she could. Like, I'm not taking anything away from it. But I'm saying responsibility for your life is what you need to take. If it's taking on anything that you can now, that your parents have been doing for you the rest of, up until now, you need to start taking responsibility for everything. Go get a job. Go get your life on track. Go do the things that you've been getting other people to do for you. Take responsibility, because responsibility, well, you've got to be a man that's responsible for his life, his actions, what he does, what he achieves, everything. If you want to be a man that's about it. Responsibility is key. And everything in this life is going to have a responsibility attached to it. Anything. You want success? Well, you're going to have to be responsible for that. You need to eat. You need to be responsible for making that money to feed yourself. You need to be responsible for your family, responsible for your actions, everything. So today, I want you to start taking responsibility for your things. Start small. Make your bed. Clean your room. Get yourself to work, to school, to university. Start paying for things for yourself. Start making some money for yourself. Take responsibility. That'll truly give you that masculine essence inside you of like, whoa, I'm a man that's about it because I'm living my life on my own terms. I'm doing things for me, which will in turn make you feel more of a man. The sixth thing is confidence. Now, there's a difference though, because confidence comes to me as masculine confidence and masculine excellence, right? There's a lot of things that we can do to become confident, right? Of course, work on your body, that's going to make you feel confident. You can do all these things, right? Break down barriers, run towards your fears, make you confident. But to me, right, what will make a man confident? It's just one thing. It's a very, very important truth. Sticking to your word. This is it, sticking to your word. And get this. So many of us young men do not truly have even our word is not our bond. And get that. You are a man that says he's going to do something and you don't. Confidence comes from within. It's internal. It's intrinsic. So you can have all these things in the world, right? You can have money. You can have a mad car. You can have all these things. Doesn't mean shit. I say this, being a man of your word, having integrity, these things will truly build you into a man that's confident. And when you're a man that sticks by his word, right, or you're training, you're making money, you're doing what you're supposed to do, you know what links to that? Success, progress. And that also makes you feel confident. So sticking to your word, right, doing what you're supposed to do, whatever you've got to do, and then seeing the progress that's attached to you doing and showing up every day for yourself, that's how you become confident. There's a lot of people that fake it in this world. Right? Oh, I've got some money. Oh, look at my car that I finance. Look at the clothes that I wear. Means nothing. Be a man of your word. Build up that masculine confidence inside you. And that's how you can move forward in this world and literally conquer anything you want. Because you need a level of confidence inside you if you want to achieve anything. If you walk into a situation and you're scared to do it, right? You're not going to be able to achieve or overcome or do whatever that situation was because you're fucking scared. But if you're a man, right, and I say this to you, that's confident. I'll walk into a room, anything or any situation, and I'll say, I'll go first. I'll do it. I'll put myself in front of anyone because I'm internally happy with who I am because I've stuck by my word. I walk into any situation, I'll fucking figure it out. Something happens, I'll figure it out. Back myself into a corner, I'll figure it out because I've stuck by my word for years on end, and you got to be the exact same way. No amount of money, cars, women can make you internally happy. Stick to your word, do what you're supposed to do. That's how you'll cultivate confidence inside you. The seventh thing is, and this is big as well, integrity. And we're going to go to this the eighth thing as well, right? In this, because it kind of attaches, right? Assertiveness. Now, to me, assertiveness is, well, let's talk about integrity first. You've got to have parameters set for your own life. You've got to have rules and honor for yourself that you do not break. You say to yourself you're going to do something, yeah, do it. But if you also live by some certain code, stick up for your code. Stick up for what it is. Do not let people run all over you. Do not let people let you denigrate yourself. You need to have integrity for your own life. To me, it's a big thing. Have clear parameters set. This is how I'm living my life. This is what I'm going to do. No one is going to be able to deter me. Not a girl, not my fucking friends, not my family, no one. I've got these rules, I've got these principles, and this is what I'm running my life by. And if you're a man that's generally about it, your integrity to yourself, your parameters, your honor that you stick by your word, everything will make you truly, it links back to your confidence, will make you feel good. But if you're right, you got all these goals, dreams, you got these parameters set, and you got some girl that hits you up and then you break all your rules or ethics or codes for your own life to go kick it with this girl or go denigrate yourself or go do things that you're not wanting to do, you're going to feel horrible about yourself. Have these things set. Don't let anyone enter, seep in. Don't let anyone steer you away from your code, your parameters, your ethic, your honor from yourself. With this, assertiveness. We're walking around like cucks. Weak men, so many of us, with no spines. We're literally men that do not have anything in us to stick up for ourselves, for our family, and we couldn't do anything about it if we tried because we have not been living this life for a long time. A lot of people say, yeah, be grateful. I'm not talking anything about taken away from being grateful and being humble and all these things, right? Because you hear that a lot. Grateful, humble, be nice, right? I'll say this to you. You have to have assertiveness for what you've got to get done. You got to be assertive with yourself. You got to hold your self to high fucking standards. Alongside this, you need to understand that you should not take anyone walking all over you. You got to stick up for yourself. You've got to be assertive for your own life. And if people try to come in, if people try to say something, step your ground. Hold true to your ground. Hold true to what you believe in. Because it's a man, right, that truly, like I said, that attaches to integrity. If it's a man that truly sticks by, okay, this is what I live my life by. I'm going to fucking protect what I live by. I'm going to make sure that I assert my standing, my ground, my parameters to this world, to myself, to other people, because this is what I live by. But you also got to have this approach of assertiveness as well, right, towards your goals. You got to run through your goals. You got to run through life. You got to run through other people. You got to zoom past them with this assertive, ruthless mindset. Because in anything in this world, right, you have to understand, if you do not have this approach, I'm going to go get what's mine, right? Watch other people with that mindset, with that approach, with that assertiveness in them. Take what you want and leave you behind. Leave you forgotten. Leave you to be a feather in the wind. You need to be assertive and stick by it. Be assertive for yourself. Be assertive to this world. Go get what you want. And you're not going to get it being no nice guy. You're definitely not. With this, right, I want you to understand the last thing, or the second last thing, is that you need to become a leader. And I'll say this. To me, leadership is something that a lot of people hone naturally. I'm a natural born leader. I've always been this way, even though when I was battling insecurity, low self-esteem, all this, I've always been a leader within myself. But understand, you need to hone in. You either need to start leading people to greatness, you need to be leading the relationship that you're in, you need to be leading your friends, you need to be a leader of your own fucking life to truly feel as though you're living in your masculine essence, as you're a man living in your masculinity. Being a leader is something that you can go hone, but a lot of men, and I say this to you, aren't necessarily born to be leaders. You don't have it because you can't handle the pressure, you can't handle the chaos, you can't handle things going wrong. But a man that generally can become a leader, and I believe you can if you hone in on it enough, a man that does become a leader will change lives of millions of people, will have so much control, will be at peace. Leaders are generally people that can take on so much, bring the pack along with them, but they lead the charge. And yet, I say this to you right now, so many young men are not becoming leaders because of this modern world. Something to me that's changed my life has becoming a leader. To the young men that I coach, to the young men that I've helped in person, me just being a leader for my own life, and it's given me my masculine identity back. For a long time, even though I honed leadership skills, I never brought it to light. When I brought it to light, it was game over. Leadership. And this is the last thing. 10th is self-improvement. But I'll say this. Self-improvement. You as a man got to understand there's no end. There's no fucking end. And you got to understand that once you achieve something, right? I've achieved this body. I've achieved success. I've achieved, success that I was aiming for back in the day. I've achieved things. I've done things. I've built myself. You got to understand though, there's no end. When you reach some level, you'll be happy for a bit, but then there's more to get. There's more to get. There's more to have. There's more to do. There's more to be. And that right there, the chase of excellence, the chase of success, the chase of just building yourself up into a better character, a better man. That's the beauty of what it means to be a man. And if you're not continuously learning, be grateful, be proud of your achievements, your accomplishments, what you've done. But there's no end. And if you're a man that thinks there's an end, you're not generally a man that's about it. Because once you get to a fair energy inside you that's like, whoa, okay, I'm masculine. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You realize, I want more. I want more. And that's the beauty of it. You don't want to stop because it's the reward. It's the journey. It's setting yourself goals and achieving them that brings you utter fulfillment. It makes you feel as though that you're living congruent of a man, because this is what we do. We aren't women. We don't just get this one thing and we're happy and we're all this and that. No, we go conquer, we go take, we go have, we go build, we go create. That's what we are. And the only way to do that is to continuously self-improve. These are the 10 things to become a man. All these things, right, I was never taught, but I was able to harness throughout myself through the hard times, for building myself up. Understand, all of these things, this is what will truly build you into a man. It's not having a fancy watch. It's not having all this money in your account. Those things will amplify. It's not having a bad bitch by your side. It's not having this, Ferrari right now. All those things will amplify you into a more higher status man or whatever. But you want to be a genuine man that's about it, this is what you fucking do. This is the life that you live. Love you, brother.